Hey friends, I want to talk to you guys about vining squash. I've got this trellis here in the garden, and at the base I've got a started Lakota squash, another started Lakota squash, and right in there about to peep out is some seeds for another Lakota squash. You can already see that this one is thriving so much more than that one. I have no idea why, but I want this squash to go all the way up this trellis. And the way that that's gonna happen is if I am weaving it through. If I let this hang out here and then I try to throw it in, I'm gonna have a big mess. It's gonna be wild. So every day that I come out, I'm gonna pick this thing up and I am going to weave it through this trellis while these leaves are small enough and not so massive that I can't get them through. So I'll weave them through one side, come back through the other, and you can see right here it's actually already starting to do it. These little tiny tendrils right here will wrap around this piece of wire mesh right here, and it will actually start reaching and growing itself up. I'll come show you guys as we get further along. You can see I've got my first little baby squash right here. I was actually out here in the garden and I saw it. My first thought was baby squash, do 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 do. Obviously it's baby shark, but I'm about to be singing baby squash for the next however long in months because I'm really excited about this baby squash. So be sure that you are trellising it up. If you don't, it may not get up there. It might just get wild and out, but this is really helpful for me. I love growing my squash up off the ground for a couple of reasons. One, it can take over this garden. Like it could completely fill this garden bed if I allowed it to. But I want it to grow up. That way I have more space to grow in the bed. The other thing is we have horrible squash vine borers here. They are the most miserable things ever. And anytime my squash touches the ground, they're goners, like the most fast. So by growing it in this raised bed and trellising it up this trellis, I am hoping to continue to get winter squash for a very long time. This is my preferred method. It also makes it easier to see the flowers. Like you can see here, I've got a male flower right in there. I've got a little baby squash right in there. You can see all up this I'm gonna have little flowers. Guaranteed I'm gonna come out tomorrow and this thing will be latched on, and as soon as this one is able, I'll be doing the same with it. And I'm curious to see which of these squash works out the best. Is it gonna be the one that's performing best so far? Are you gonna catch up, or are the seeds in the ground going to thrive and outgrow everything? I hope this is really helpful. If you're in the South, if you deal with squash vine borers, consider getting yourself a trellis, growing it up, and finding a way to support that fruit on the trellis itself. Make it a great day, friends. Bye.